Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Her Story in a Smile. My name is Wanda, and I am the creator and smile behind this project. And I want to welcome you all to my second video. The topic I will be discussing today is about teen moms, becoming a young parent, and the highs and lows of it all. So let's begin. It was the year 2010, specifically June, when my boyfriend and I found out that we were expecting. With confused looks in our faces, but with one thing in common, we knew that we wanted to keep this baby, and that meant telling our family. It wasn't the best of news to give, but we had to give it. What did we receive in return? You can only imagine. Face of disappointment. We ourselves weren't proud of it, but we were ready to take on that role, to take on that responsibility. As young as we were just ready. We knew. The problem with this was that my boyfriend would soon be getting ready for deployment, and I would soon be preparing to enter my last year as a senior in high school. Needless to say, life had to keep moving forward. He ended up getting deployed, and I ended up starting the year of my senior year pregnant. What I wasn't expecting was the loss of friendships that I thought were real, that were meaningful, that would never end. But that moment when I decided to speak my truth, that moment that I decided to be vulnerable and in search of support from my own very friends, I got none of that in return. One of my best friends, who I confided in prior to entering the school year, never reached out. We shared the same homeroom. Not even a look, not even a stare. And that was enough for me to accept the reality that I was alone in this. At least in my head, that's how I felt, right? The year kept on going, and I kept seeing that very friend lean to other young teen moms in the same class and show them support. How did that make me feel? Ooh, that hurt very deep. But as much as I was hurting, I was not gonna let that stop me. I was not gonna let that tear me down. They say that love, intimate, romantic relationships hurt, but boy, don't get me started on friendships. Friendships hurt just as much. However, I have also been very blessed. I had two very close friends as well who didn't question me, who didn't even blink an eye, and showed their support. The thing with this was that where I lived, there was no bus route, because technically I was close enough to walk. So imagine walking and ending your senior year pregnant each day, walking pretty much 2 miles round trip, 1 mile there, 1 mile back, through all the seasons, fall, winter, spring. Seeing those friends pass you by in their cars and not a bother in sight. But you still keep going, right? That's what I did. I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I was hurting to see that other girls that were pregnant were getting support and I wasn't. But indeed I was getting support. Even if it was from those two friends, even if it was from teachers, I was getting it. And it didn't take too long for me to notice that. It was a reminder that setting expectations only lead to disappointment. Because guess what? We were all teenagers back then. What could I expect from anyone at that age to do for me? I didn't even know what to do for me. I graduated in 2011 with my kid already born. He was 6 months at that time. 4 months, actually. He was born in February. It was a beautiful birth. I was homeschooled, and I finished my last semester in high school being present. After giving birth, ready to finish the year strong and positive. I finished with honor roll. I made friends again, new friends, and I came out stronger. And what I want to say is that it's not easy. It's not easy accepting the fact that you're young and that you'll soon be a parent. It's not easy to accept that the friendships you thought would last forever won't. And it's okay. Because I was supported. And I will always, always, always tell the side of me being supported. Because that's what helped me get through it. You know who helped me get through it? My parents. Yes, it was rough. Yes, I was living in a toxic environment also in my house. I was still witnessing violence between my parents. I had 2 younger brothers. Who were they looking up to? Why would they look up to me? What kind of example was I giving them? But it didn't matter because all they saw was me, the real me. The me that I have always known. The me who doesn't give up, who keeps on fighting, who keeps on believing, and who keeps on loving. I wear this shirt today because this says there is no fear in love, and it's true. There is no fear in love. When you live in fear, when you live in disappointment and sadness, all you can see are dark clouds, the gray clouds everyone talks about. But you need to be willing to sustain that, to sustain those storms, live through those storms, witness those storms so you can see the rainbow. I couldn't give up. I can't give up. I had a child. I have a child. This was my moment to either quit, run wild and free, or to keep on persevering, to keep on showing myself what am I made of, who I want to become, who is the role leader, the role model I want my children to look up to. I was sent a picture last night from my mother, which is what led to this video. It was a picture of my son. It was 4 months old, and he was wearing my cap and gown. That day he watched me graduate. And although it's a high school diploma, it was significance. It was a symbol to show that I could do it. That amidst all the BS, I got through it. Because of him, he gave me that feel. He gave me the motivation to keep going. He's the only thing that mattered. And I did it for him. My firstborn will be 10 years old next month. And I'm full of emotions. Because 10 years later, I'm still standing. I'm still living. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. And guess what? I'm 5 classes away from my bachelor's. It took me long. Yes, it did. But I want to remind you that it's not about how quick you get things done. It's about getting it done. When you want to, when you are ready. Just don't wait too long, though. But get it done. Don't worry about the judgment you'll receive. You'll receive that every day. I'm so sorry to tell you that, but you'll receive judgment. You'll receive criticism, hate even, jealousy. But don't let that stop you. Look at your baby in the eyes tonight. Look at them. Look at them while they're sleeping even. Look at the beauty you created, life's creation. As a woman, woman to woman, you created life, and that's a beautiful thing. And yes, it won't be easy, but they are the reason why it would all be worth it. I'm 27 now. I was 17 when I got pregnant. 10 years can change a lot of things, but one thing that won't change is your drive, is your passion on who you want to become. One thing that won't change is your why, and that why is your child. Leave all those expectations behind. I know you're young. I know you want to do a lot of things. I know that you feel like you're missing out. But God, the universe, your higher self, or whoever you believe in, prepared you for this moment. They knew you could handle it. You may not understand why, but you were made for it. So I leave you with this. You are worthy. Just because you had a child young does not make you any less worthy. Does not mean you're stupid. Does not mean you're dumb. Does not mean you made a mistake. It just means you chose a different route. But it's your route. This video is also for me, because this is the type of video that I wished I would have been shown, I would have listened to. I wish someone would have told me everything will be okay. And although I heard it, I did hear it, I just didn't want to accept it. Because when you're in pain, that's all you see. You see the impossible. So just know that I am here for you, and that this story is for you. The you that feels alone. The you that feels that they have lost all their friends. The you whose parents may not accept them for the decisions they made. For the you that is yet to become. You got this. Anything you set your mind to, you can do it. No one else can tell you otherwise. You choose your life. You choose your dream. You choose your why. I love you. I love you today. I love you always. From my soul to yours. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your week.